Okay, this is my speech of special occasion. Some background on it. I had a lot of trouble deciding what to write my speech on. Narrowed it down to a eulogy, and I just didn't feel comfortable giving a eulogy on someone I knew that was living. You know, don't want to send any bad vibes out there. And I had a hard time just making up a John Doe and making up all these nice, wonderful things about him. So I've decided to do my eulogy on my stepfather, Charles Brandt, who passed away in 2006. You can see some of my audience back here. You'll see the rest when we're done. Okay, so to start my speech, I want to thank everyone for being here today in order to honor Charles Brandt. Charles was a wonderful man and a dedicated husband and a wonderful father and mentor. He lived his life based on three things: honesty, respect, and humor. He honestly was one of the funniest men I've ever met and could lighten any situation, no matter how serious or horrible it was, with his sense of humor, which was one of a kind. He, over the years, taught me the value of honesty, honor, and integrity. He was a very prideful man and prided himself in carrying all these traits and making sure he lived by these things. It's hard to imagine what life will be like without him. Obviously, even though we're a few years later, it's still hard to imagine life without him in it. Charles was always there whenever he was needed by his family or his friends. There was nothing he wouldn't do for anyone. Everyone could count on him for advice, help, whatever. He would give the shirt off his back to anyone. Losing my stepfather is one of the most difficult things I have gone through. As I am standing here today, I realize how fortunate I was to have him in my life for the few short years that he was here. There are no words really to express his influence in my life. It's through his example that I have been the person and parent I am today. He taught me a lot about what it is to be a good person, to be honest and to not cheat people, you know, to just live life the way that we all want our children to do it. As I said before, you know, he was a man full of pride. He, you know, never wanted to depend on anyone else. He taught, you know, myself and his children to be independent people, because, you know, you really can only depend on yourself in life. And that's one of the very good things that he taught us. That's something that will stick with me forever. And again, he welcomed myself and my sisters into the family and treated us just like we were his own children. Got a very good relationship with my step siblings, thanks to him. You know, those are invaluable people that I couldn't imagine life without. But as we grieve the loss of Charles, I will always do my best to instill the values he taught me onto my children to carry on his legacy. If I'm able to teach them to be honest, hardworking, dependable people, then I've succeeded in doing my job. Another thing that Charles was always very proud of was his Indian heritage. He was a Miami Indian and was very proud of that. Him and his children would be the last lineage of that. So that was always something that he was very, very proud of. Again, I would like to thank everyone for being here today and coming out to support my speech as well as the memory of Charles Brandt. Thank you. Now I'll let you see my audience.
Me.
There's some. Where's the rest of them?
Me.
You guys have to step in to get in. We have a fixed camera, so everybody has to crowd in here.
I'm the awesomest.
All right. I think we've seen everyone.
I'm awesomest.